Hello and welcome to Publishing House England, to our first writers group today launch. So how are you, Angela? We've got Angela with me today.
I am doing absolutely great. I am, it feels lovely when you start your day early, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Early bird catches the worm.
So I have been super busy. I have done my Bitcoin, workshop. I've done my shopping. I have been in the speaking club, and now I'm ready to help the writers.
I know, it's amazing. And this is our first writers launch, isn't it, with Publishing House England. And I am Jane Moore, one of the directors of Publishing House England, and Angela B. Spragg is also one of the directors as well. So welcome everybody to our launch. So I'll just tell you a little bit about Publishing House England. We've recently launched our company, but during this launch, we've got a number of writers with us already, haven't we, Angela?
Yes. And we've got waiting to publish their work, and we are helping so many writers to get the confidence to write their first bit of writing, and article is absolutely the way forward.
Yeah. So we help you with writing, being confident with writing books and articles, and hopefully within the first year, you'll be able to write your articles and books with confidence, and either get and launch them with us. So hopefully within the workshops, you'll gain the confidence of being able to write proficiently, how to structure and strategize your writing every step of the way. So Angela and we are going to be your guides, so to speak, how to go about writing and become confident as well. So we want to have long-lasting relationships with each and every one of you that will enroll in Publishing House England. So without further ado, Angela, if there's anything else that you want to add to that, I'll let you interject.
I was just about to share a link just to check if our social media is okay. If you want your comments to be visible, then please authorize StreamYard so that we can see your comments and see your questions. Just a little reminder, we will be repeating this workshop. We have a slight Zoom hiccup, so you will be able to see the PowerPoints that we have prepared. So we will have 2 workshops every month, live streaming, and two of them will be repeated, so that we have 4 workshops in order to serve the different time zones we have. So 4 workshops a month, which are live. And if you are a new, this service that we Publishing House has started is because we have seen the trend, and there's a lot of people in our network who are saying, I have a lot to write about. I want to share, but I just don't know where to begin, Mm-hmm. So we want to serve those communities who are passionate about writing, who like the idea of becoming an author, and don't have the confidence or don't know where to start. So we are here to serve you, because we have experienced all the glitches, most of the glitches, and I'm sure we will, as you progress, you encounter more problems, which are not problems. They are areas where you work on, or something that you become an expert in. So failure is just another experience for you to improve. So the idea behind the workshop is to empower the new writers, give them the structure, help them plan for the entire year, and help them to commit into a regular writing and creating a writing habit, which is extremely important, even if you don't want writing to be your main domain. No matter what business you're in, you need to understand that the writing plays an important part. So, Jane and I are going to share some of the pointers, just as a start off, pointers to share with you why writing is important and how we can help you as a publishing house.
Okay, so without further ado, I will go on to the first section. So, okay, so article writing habits for first timers with Publishing House England. And why do we write? That's a $1 million question. Why do we write? The best way to write is the best way to communicate your thoughts, your experiences, your imagination, your ideas, your proposals, and your projects. Basically, is to summarize this, your viewpoints is through your writing. And there's a great quote by Bill Gates: "Content is king." Bill Gates, 1996.
So everybody knows content is their king, because even the average Joe blog can write a blog. Or there are so many people writing. There are so many people either conveying their message through videos, imagery, great posting, great posts. Look at Canva, how powerful Canva is. You know, I don't think people realize that we are all actually a natural writer. If you can speak any language or
Yeah.
any way to communicate, and even if you cannot communicate through words, look at the facilities we have now for people who have speech impediments.
Yeah.
So people who cannot see, how do they communicate? You know, there is a special way. It's the same format as writing. Writing plays a crucial part in our lives. Have you ever taken that into consideration? See, a lot of people say, especially when, you know, my network got to know that we are now publishers, and everybody has this question, you know, I don't know if I'm a writer. Everybody is a writer. So let us start this session. You are a writer. If you can pick up a pen and write, you're a writer. It's the only difference between published writers. In fact, when you publish a post on a Facebook, you are blogging. So if you are blogging, you are publishing. So how many times do you see that word, you know, your post is published? So you are already a writer.
Yeah.
Billions of people are writers thanks to Facebook and social media platforms. So this is why content will always be king, because this is how we convey our message.
Absolutely, Angela. Yeah. And it's amazing actually how people forget, you know, that they are natural writers. And it's just that sort of people just need that little bit of guidance, that little push in that right direction. And, you know, with the guidance of myself and you know, they'll be confident to be able to go out into the world and think, you know what, I am a great writer. I can create this great article where people will engage in it, and you think, wow, did you actually write that? And they're like, well, yeah, I did actually write it. But you know, and with the books as well, that they will write, and they can say, well, yeah, do you know what? I did this through the guidance of Publishing House England.
So the other thing I wanted to add, we are, although a new publishing company, but we are very passionate about writing books, reading books. So if you come and visit in our house of readers, we have buddy readings, we have reading individuals, we have, you know, a coaching type reading. So we encourage people to practice their speaking skill, their reading skills, and creating great habits. So we are a publishing company with great ethics and who are here to offer global support, because technology allows us to do that, right?
It is amazing, isn't it, that we can do this right across the globe, no matter what time zone we're in. We can all connect, you know.
Yes.
And it's like connecting that pen to a paper.
Exactly.
You're connecting, yeah.
So, in when we do get our live sorted out by Zoom, you'll be able to see our presentation. So, the third one, and this just to let you all know, those people who are joining in, that there will be a repeat of this workshop. So, there'll be two workshops a month, and two will be repeated. So, that's four workshops altogether to cover all different time zones and to connect with wider community. So why are points of view important? Why is it important? Why is it important, Jane?
So that readers understand a different perspective. All readers will have their own viewpoints, which everyone does, of course, and through writing it's possible to influence another thought, feeling, and a course of action. If we can understand or appreciate another person's perspective, it may help one another to become a tolerant society. And we all need that, don't we? We all need some tolerance.
Especially what's going on these days.
I know, exactly. Exactly. We need to be more tolerant with not just ourselves, but
Yeah.
one another as well.
Yes, and it is true, even if you are the supporter of AI, artificial intelligence, there is a great use of the language. This is a very, very powerful tool in order to connect with the community, connect with your tribe. If you are really influenced, there are some people who are very, very passionate about conveying their message and making a change. And look at the tech guy, Elon Musk. What does he do? First thing that his morning habit is to write content. Okay,
Right.
so this isn't content must be taken extremely seriously. So we also help people to journal, because a lot of us, we say things like, I am too busy for this, I am too busy for that. But the most important thing you can do in your daily life is to write.
Yeah.
Start writing journals, because once you get into the habit of writing, you will start to structure your thought. That will help you to plan. And once you have a great plan, you will understand your vision, you will understand your mission on earth, and this is what will make you a successful person.
Yeah.
It is all about the writing.
Exactly. And also getting the correct message across as well, isn't it?
Exactly.
What you want to convey to the person reading it, or even listening to it, or even watching it. Yeah, that right
Absolutely.
message. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, if you're very passionate about sharing your views, you need to write to get noticed. Don't you, babe? Because we have a writer here who is just about to publish her book. Tell us all about it. You see, this is why, because that is your passion project, isn't it, Jane?
It
That
is.
you-
Yeah.
So, what persuaded you to write and create your own book?
It's the reason being was because I'd been on my own journey with having chronic health problems. So I decided to change the whole of my diet, and it helped me tremendously. So it inspired me to write write the book, so other people can be inspired as well through healthy eating. So that's what made me get this book out and get it written down on paper and then get it published as well. So yeah, to inspire others as well. Yeah.
Wonderful. And I have just checked our stream is going well on Facebook. So hopefully you will. This stream is being hosted in 3 different platforms in Twitch, which is the new platform. I'm not so familiar with it, but I'm experimenting with that, and our YouTube channel. So we will be selecting perhaps 5 people at the end of April. to select who subscribes to the YouTube channel, and we will be helping them to publish their first article with us. So I am glad that Jane has shared why it was really important for her to share her message. Because once you go through a great ordeal, the first thing you want to do is tell everybody about it, so they don't suffer what you have. See
Shout from
how
the rooftops.
exactly, and that really is. It just shows most of the human beings, even when they have suffered, what do they do? Most of them want to help others. So we are great human beings naturally, aren't we?
We are, yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
we
So
are.
even with like domestic abuse victims, anybody who's gone through the ordeal, anybody, the first thing they want to do is write about it, talk about it, and convey their message, because they don't want anybody else going through what they have gone through. And
Mm,
they are talking about people that they don't even know.
yeah.
You have no idea how your words and your written words can impact another life, another soul. There could
Mhm.
be somebody reading your article, and they may change, and those words in your article may change their entire life, their habits, and you have no idea.
Mhm. Yeah.
This is how powerful it is. So this is why it is so important that whatever you're passionate about, writing is something. It's a must,
Mhm.
because how else are you going to convey your message? It's a
And
must.
it's healing too as well.
It is. It
It's
is.
healing. It's healing by just writing can be an amazing healing tool just to get your message down on that paper, or whether it's actually on, in digital, whatever form that you like to write in. But just it's incredible healing tool. Yeah. Thank you for that.
So you go next.
Okay, so free content sharing websites. So 4 million blogs are published daily. Wow, isn't that incredible?
I was very shocked at that thing.
Wow.
Well, it's not really surprising, is it? Because Facebook is global,
Yeah.
and we have billions of people, almost. Well, let's say 3/4 of the world has Facebook, so it makes perfect sense
Hmm.
that out of, and these are not millions, is it? Billions of people are blogging
Yeah. Yeah.
every single day. That is
It's
every
incredible.
single day. So, and anyone can blog. You're probably blogging that without you realizing you're blogging.
Yes. Just feel natural, doesn't it?
Yes,
So basically people love to write. No matter what you're writing, people love to write, don't they?
yes, yes.
Okay, so we've got the free content sharing website. And these are absolutely brilliant for sharing free content on. So we've got the Medium, we've got BBN Times, we've got Thrive Global, we've got Tumblr, we've got SlideShare, and we've also got Pinterest.
Yes.
And we've also got HTTP. I'll just give you the website address here, which is HTTPS.
Yeah, just most of them come with that, so you can just say how
Yeah,
to.
yes. So you just go on to find these, and you'll be able to find them then on the
Yes, so
internet.
if you actually wanted to know more, there are so many sites out there, but those are the sites that we have personally used and
Yeah.
experienced that they could benefit. So there are some sites, for example, if you are a professional in your field, like in teaching, or
Mhm.
you are a research student and you want to host your journal, that there is a subscriptions, there's charge
Yeah.
for obvious reasons, because those journals they are part of, they are being used for other researches, so those content need to be very strategically monitored
Yeah.
and checked, and make sure it's authentic, make sure it is somebody just check that this is okay to be here. So
Mhm.
the other sites that are free. So the free are the ones that we've mentioned. But if you want more information, you want to, if you just Google it, Google is a great for content. Google is a master at analyzing who is creating great content. Even my article that I wrote on BBN Times was #1 in the Google News. I had no idea. I had no idea that it would make #1. I didn't, it wasn't my intention because I had no idea, and I don't even go on Google News. So I'm like, oh, Google News.
That was amazing, that wasn't it? When you told me about that, I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's incredible!"
Yes, I was on the phone to Jen. I'm like, what? What?
Like, #1, it was like, "Oh my gosh!"
So yesterday we were in a business meeting, and our business coach, Ralph Watson. So if you need a really great business coach, I will highly recommend Ralph Watson and Lee something. So that I've forgotten the name, Lee Harrison possibly. They are, they are colleagues, and I cannot tell you the amount of free information they share, because that is so high quality. So if they give so much for free, and you wonder, you're not going to be disappointed, and that's a great way to treat people. They have great ethics. So if you want people to help you, or if you're looking for people to help you, make sure there is quality and high standard. That is #1. So we're not going into that, but if you do need a great business coach, let me know. We have great women and men business coaches. So but if you really want to create money out of writing, and and you want blog full time and write full time, and you want to monetize that, you really then need to do your research and structure and plan. We can help you with that, and we can also connect you to different platforms, and people, and connect you with people who can guide you to achieve what you're looking for. But if you just want a content to just support your business and write about your business and your activities, that is all about branding and marketing. So that there are different channels, and if, we are at the moment just focusing on new writers with no experience. But if you need more, we are happy to connect you with the right people. But if you are um, looking to start blogging and article writing on a serious scale, then you really want to go into sites that Google offers, especially the free blogging site. Do a Google research. You will have untold information. Do a bit of the homework. If you are going to come to us for help, and you want to make that as you want to become professional writers, just give us a little bit more of where you want to go. Have a vision in mind so we can assist you better. So free content sharing website for, like, let's say an average person, is the ones we are sharing, because those are the ones we have used ourselves. So
They're very good as well, Angela, aren't they?
fantastic. I love them.
They
I
are.
love them. Yeah.
They're brilliant. They are. Okay, so we're going to the next slide. So blogs. What are blogs? Blogs are usually created for blog websites, either by an individual or a group of people. Word length is normally about 300 to 1,000 words. And we got Facebook with this 2.7 billion in 2020 articles are longer than 1,500 or 5,000 words, depending on the publication.
So we wanted to share that in 2020,
Yeah.
the Facebook, there were 2.7 billion blogs on Facebook. So you
That's,
might be thinking, what is a blog and what's an article? It's just the length of the content. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just the length of the content. Whereas, if you are just Facebooking and you're writing a little blog, it could be 300 words, which is just less than half an A4 page, so a quarter of a page. And basically, your little, it could contain an image, short bit of summarized writing, explaining what's what, and people do that in a group, or like holiday blogs you have. The best
Mhm.
to go, those are blogs. But if you really want an article there, if you really want to write a good article, you need to put in authentic information in there. Okay, it's not all about research, because it's not a research paper. You are putting your content, your learning, your experiences, and that can be lengthy. It can go up to 5,000 words, but you want to sort of, if you write 5,000 words on your morning rituals, kind of doesn't make sense, does it? Nobody is going to read 5,000 words on just morning rituals. So it really depends on the publication. What is the subject of your content? And this is where, in our workshop, these are the first things we do. The first 2 to 3 weeks, we help you to create your focal point, what you want to write about, and then we structure it, and then we add the content. It is so simple, and you can take away our formula to then use it for your future writing.
Mhm. All the key points.
Yes.
Mhm. Wonderful, Angela. Thank you very much for that.
Okay.
Okay, so blogs where you can make money with blogging. How great is that to make money?
There are lots of people who actually make a lot of money from
Yeah,
blogging. It is the same as
professionals.
journaling. It's just same as if you were a reporter, it's the
Yeah,
same thing.
yeah, professional bloggers. Mhm.
Yeah, it's the same
Yeah.
thing. The bloggers have, just like the news reporters, bloggers have a global access, same as the telly. Sometimes, the news on your Facebook arrives 2, 3 days before it actually gets published on the news channels.
Mhm.
So it is whoever gets in first gets the image. They're the one who get paid. It is like you said, Jane. It's the morning.
Early bird gets the worm.
Bird, yeah, early bird. So there is an interesting site that I personally really liked myself. So I thought, if you really want to go into it, you can look at Make Website eHub and how to make blogging. So how to make money blogging. If you Google that, you will have number of really good sites, and those sites actually help you to structure. They say, like select if you are, let's say, if let's say your focus is health, right? So you might want to grab some of the trending words, create a domain out of that, buy a domain, create a
Mhm.
web hosting, and live your website and start blogging regularly and start publishing, marketing your blog. That's how you monetize. It's just like anything else. It is just some writing is your product. But really, just like every other business, you cannot just write and sit. If you're writing, you need to do something with that content, don't you? You
You do.
need. How are you going to get that content out to
Yeah.
people? It's just like business product. If this is writing or blogging an article, how are you going to use that article? When are you going to mention it? A lot of people sit on the article, they write it, they publish it, and then they sit on it. So writing an article should be treated exactly the same as if you've written a book, because you have no idea how valuable that is. So that's just another tip from me.
Thank you very much, Angela, for that. Listeners will be able to take that away and digest that. Amazing. Okay, so we've talked about how we can monetize, make money. Who doesn't like making money? Everybody likes making money, eh?
Oh yes. Come to Bitcoin.
Pardon?
Come to Bitcoin if you want.
Bitcoin, yes. Bitcoin. So blogs versus articles. So what's the difference? Blogs are usually created for blog websites by an individual or group, which we talked about earlier on, didn't we?
Yeah.
And also the length of the articles. Just to remind the viewers how long the lengths of articles are normally. Articles are longer, 1,500 to 5,000 words, depending on the publication. So,
paragraph.
Yeah.
Paragraph or two.
Yeah. So just a little reminder about that. So, okay. So we all have a point of view to share. I just don't know how. So, how many of us want to get something across but don't know how to get it across? There's many of us if you want to say something but don't know how to say it, whether it's verbally or pushing in writing. We can all have like a writer's block. How many of us have come across that? I'm sure you have, Angela.
Oh no, not me.
At some point. Neither have I.
As far as I'm concerned, if I cannot, there isn't a day that I go when I don't talk. And if the day I feel, the day my writer's block happens, when I stop talking and thinking. So if you are a full time and you're doing all the overtime in writing, then it is quite possible that you will have a writer's block. That writer's block happens to professional writers who write lengthy novels, but the average person should not suffer from writer's block, because while you're talking, you can create content. I'm creating content right now by talking to you. So, no, of course I don't get blocks.
You're an amazing talker as well, and writer, Angela. You're an expert at it.
I love talking. I love talking. I love writing. I love professional speaking, public speaking. I just love. I love life. So there you go.
Exactly. Okay. Right. Okay. So as we said about getting our point across. So this is where we come in, Angela and myself. This is where we come in. So we coach and consult individuals who have no publishing experience at all to start writing with us. We will coach you on the structure, we'll coach you on the planning and managing the publishing schedules as well. So we guide you every step of the way. So it's almost like taking you by the hand and leading you from A to Z. And that's what we do, Angela.
Absolutely. And we do that, we are quite flexible. We don't have rigid schedules like you must turn up to your class at such and such time. So we give it a couple of weeks to understand the writer's schedule, what their lifestyle is like. They may not be great planners, so they don't realize actually I can fit a bit of writing in the morning or just before the kids come home, because they get peace and quiet. So we tend to work with adjust, shall we say, with different authors and to meet their needs if we can. As our writing circle expands, we may not be able to accommodate everybody, but we do the best we can to fit everybody in. And the idea is, the way we set things up is no talking time. This is, you enter the class and you work and you go. We haven't got time for socialize. When we want to socialize, will there be a separate call? When you come to a workshop or a digital workshop, you are here to write. So you dedicate whatever we have planned after the 2 weeks of observing what is the right best practice for you. Then we'll say, okay, let's commit to that.
Yeah.
And the digital platforms allow us to seamlessly communicate with you without congesting your communication channel. So we keep the communication to very, very minimum. We set all of this up so that there is no tiresome from communication. You are here to write. We don't want you to write our messages or read our messages all day long. You are here to create. We give you guidance how to create that space for writing, because you need to be in a particular mindset.
Yeah.
So it could be 30 minutes for 3 days a week, and that is the best practice. So you have to commit to 30 minutes to 3 days a week. What those 3 days are, we work together with you on that and help you, assist you on that. And we have been successful in our writing structures and how we have aided others, because we have been creating our first writing article writing from January. Soon as we opened and registered as a company in January this year, we dedicated that how we're going to give away to the community by bringing in authors who have not ever written before, and we will give them the structure that they can take home with them and help their community to become writers with the publishing house. And we are helping 10 women a year to write their first articles, and we will help men writers also, but you have to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and there will be a selection from the names we have, and depending on how many people subscribe. And if you are the first one to subscribe, then count yourself lucky, you'll be in, and we will help you to write your first article. So this is how we are making commitment to you. So the idea is that articles and writing articles should not be a big deal, because the way we help you to structure and create a writing habit. Over to you.
Wonderful, Angela. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much. Great tips there as well, and also, for new beginners as well that may be a little bit hesitant of starting writing their articles or journaling or their books or whatever they do, but we'll guide them every step of the way, and we'll hold their hand until they're ready then to go and fly and do their own articles and books and whatever else they want to create. So thank you very much for that. So before you start writing, understand an algorithm.
Yes. So that is for people to understand, the digital platform. Everything has algorithm. Your website has it. Facebook work on algorithm. They constantly, as we were explained yesterday by our business coach. Facebook does not want you to leave your website. Facebook. And even you have to design your post in such a way so that the Facebook is saying to stay on the Facebook. Very much like the bounce rate, people who are a little bit tech savvy. So if you have a website, your intention should be how to keep the viewer or the reader longer on the website. Okay. If too good, people just click and go. That bounce rate needs to come down. And if you have a higher bounce rate, Google is not supporting you. If Google can analyze that somebody is spending a lot of time on this website, that website is interesting. So the Google supports that website to become friends with Google. This is what we were told by Ralph Watson yesterday, our business coach, who is helping us greatly with kickstarting of businesses. So I'm very grateful to his a bit of golden nugget he shared with us yesterday.
Fantastic. So once you have your niche sorted, you can become an authority in your field through blogging and writing articles.
Yes.
In order to save time, you need to structure your thoughts, plan your writing mission, and make writing a commitment. We will host a series of live stream workshops and share activities and learning with you. And I can't wait for that journey to begin with our new people that will come on board with us.
Yes. Well, we have already been doing that. I think Jane has forgotten.
Yeah. Well, but other new subscribers to us as well. Yeah.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I forgot about them.
We are already we're doing. See, we have learned so much, all the pains that people suffer. So we have been doing a lot of tweaking, what works, what will not work. And we are therefore supporting our company, Publishing House England, by supporting our authors, because a published company is no good if you're not getting great authors. And we only want to have a standard of great
High
authors.
standard.
Yes, we will not be taking on authors who don't meet the standard. So we are not here just to make money. We're here to have a great ethical practices, a company with great standard of producing fantastic, excellent writers. So in order for us to achieve that, we will guide our new authors into becoming great writers.
Yes.
So this is our strategy for Publishing House England.
Yeah, the gold standard, basically.
Absolutely.
Yeah, gold standard of writing, and that's where our Publishing House England comes into play. The gold standard that we have. Okay, so
we have a last slide here, which Jane will share with her lovely voice.
okay, so best way to publish your name. Okay, so guest post, freebie, or is it?
Well, is it a freebie? Is it a freebie? A lot of people, we want you to publish your name.
Yeah.
You're already publishing your name by being active on your social media. So if you want to be successful in your life, whatever business or whatever passions you have, you still need to have a structure and some kind of plan and a regular commitment. If you're not regularly committing to your passion or your business, then that starts to almost like become non-existent. So the best way to publish your product, you as a brand, is to write. And some of the examples we've given here, one of the best ways to write, like Jane has said, guest post. So some people will say it's a freebie, I can't be bothered writing for other people. But is it a freebie? Because if I am given the opportunity to write on Forbes article or the biggest, news paper or the magazine, your name is being attached to a great company, a great, publication. Is it free? Actually, it is, you are receiving the free marketing, which would have cost you loads of money. So it's not about giving your service for free. It's about being on a platform where you are an expert authority that those publications are saying, come and write on us as a guest. If you have the opportunity, do it. It's great for marketing you as a brand and your company and everything you do.
Definitely. Wonderful tip there, Angela. So another way, you could start a blog, but then what?
It's like I said. So what happens? Network marketers are very, very good at churning out content and recycling the content, because they are full time. If you are in network marketing,
Yeah.
you need to be dedicated, like to anything else. If you're passionate about something, dedicate, structure, commit. And the best way to do, you're going to write a blog, what do you do with it? A
Yeah.
lot of people, like I said before, don't just sit on it. You need to
Yeah.
do something with it. You need to
Exactly.
share it. Let people know what you have created. It's a product.
Yeah.
So share it. Talk
Mhm.
about it. Do a live workshop with it. Hold webinars with it. I
Yeah.
don't know. We can give you an idea.
Yeah. Yeah. And the other forms that you can do is like with the magazines as well, newspapers and other publications as well, Angela.
Yes.
Yeah. You can do that.
There's loads and loads and loads. So starting with, work out what your niche is,
Yeah.
find out where your product is being mentioned a lot, select one of those channels. So we are strategically, because anything to do with digital, I have dedicated BBM times for that. I am considered a digital expert on that, and it's kind of like, really, am I?
You are.
So I am going to take that title. I
You
love
are.
it.
Yeah. You are.
So if you really need, more of a, we are helping first time writers. If you really want somebody who can give you even more than that, we will connect with people, because we know the CEO of the BBN Times, and you can, through our connections, we can connect you with the busiest people, and he is very, very busy. Bader, his name is. We're happy to connect you with him. But let us know what you want. What is your vision? What you're trying to achieve? Whatever you're trying to achieve, writing will be important. So that is all I have to say, and it has been a pleasure sharing our tips with you, Jane.
Thank you very much for all the viewers listening today. Yes. And I hope that you've enjoyed listening to Angela and I from Publishing House England on today's article writing tips. So we'd love you to join us in our next workshop of writing tips, and we'll see you all soon.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which will probably change to Publishing House England. For now, it is our personal channel. If you subscribe to it, Angela B. Spragg, go on it. And if you subscribe to it, you may be selected to, you may be chosen and be invited, personally invited, for the free workshops, and when we will help you to publish your first article with no charge at all. But you have to, we want as many subscribers as possible, and we will help as many people as possible that way.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for that, Angela. And everybody, have a lovely day wherever you are in the world and whatever you're doing as well. And take care. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. Mwah. Bye.